Monaco doesn't ease into the night. It flips a switch. One moment, it's yachts and sunlight on the Mediterranean. The next, it's velvet ropes, flashing cameras, and engines that sound like money itself. This is where luxury isn't shown off. It's expected. As the sun drops behind the hills, the streets of Monte Carlo begin to glow. Ferraris line up outside Casino Square like they're part of the decor. Lamborghinis idle with a low growl. Rolls-Royces glide past like silent statements of power. Every car tells a story, and none of them are ordinary. But it's not just about the machines. It's about the people stepping out of them. Monaco's nightlife attracts a very specific crowd. Billionaires, models, royalty, and the ultra-connected. And among them, a group that often steals a spotlight without trying too hard. The rich, elegant, and effortlessly confident women who define Monaco's night scene. They arrive in style. Designer heels on marble floors. Jewelry that catches light from every angle. Conversations that move between business, pleasure, and influence without missing a beat. This is not your average party destination. Monaco is curated chaos. Every detail feels intentional. Every moment feels expensive tonight. We're stepping into that world. The nightlife, the cars, the people who make Monaco one of the most exclusive playgrounds on earth. And trust me, it only gets more intense from here if Monaco has a stage. Casino Square is it. This is where everything begins. Not quietly, but with presence by night, the square transforms into a live exhibition of wealth. Supercars don't just pass through. They pause, they circle, they perform. A Bugatti might pull up next to a McLaren, while a crowd gathers without even realizing they've stopped walking. Phones come out, but the owners of these machines barely notice. For them, this is routine. And then come the women, dressed in couture that most people only see in magazines. They move through the square like they belong there. Because they do. There's confidence, but it's not loud. It's controlled, refined. These are women who are used to tension, but don't chase it. Some arrive with entourages. Others step out alone, which somehow says even more. The energy around them shifts conversations. Heads turn. Doors open faster. Inside the Casino de Monte Carlo, the atmosphere tightens. High-stakes tables. Quiet tension. Champagne flows without hesitation. Deals are made in corners that look casual but carry weight. Outside, engines rev again. Another wave of arrivals. Another round of eyes watching. Casino Square isn't just about showing off wealth. It's about signaling status without saying a word. And if you understand what you're looking at, you realize this is only the introduction to Monaco's real nightlife. Once the energy leaves the square, it funnels into Monaco's elite nightclubs. This is where things get louder, tighter, and far more exclusive. Places like Twigga, Jimmy's, and Sass Cafe aren't just clubs. They're filters. Not everyone gets in, and that's exactly the point. Reservations matter. Connections matter more. Inside, the atmosphere hits immediately. Music pulses through the room, but it never feels chaotic. It's controlled energy. VIP tables line the edges, stacked with bottles that cost more than most monthly salaries. Sparklers cut through the dark as champagne arrives like clockwork. And then, the women again take center stage. These aren't random partygoers. Many are entrepreneurs, influencers, heiresses, or simply part of Monaco's tight social circle. They know the rhythm of these nights. When to arrive, where to sit, who to acknowledge. Their style shifts slightly from the elegance of Casino Square to something sharper, bolder, dresses that stand out under club lights, confidence that matches the environment. They're not just part of the nightlife. They help define it around them. Conversations happen in multiple languages. Deals, plans, and alliances form between beats of music. It's business wrapped in celebration. And parked just outside, the supercars wait, engines cooling, ready for the next move because in Monaco, the night never stays in one place for long if the clubs are exclusive. The yachts are another level entirely out in Monaco's harbor. Past the lights and noise lies a quieter kind of luxury. Massive yachts float like private islands. Each one hosting a world that most people will never see. This is where the real inner circle gathers, accesses everything here. You don't just show up. You're invited. And those invitations are rare. Step aboard. And the vibe shifts instantly. The music is still there, but softer, more curated. The lighting is warm, subtle. Champagne flows endlessly, but without spectacle. Everything feels effortless, even though nothing about it is simple. The women here carry a different presence. Less performative, more relaxed, but still unmistakably powerful. Conversations stretch longer. Laughter feels genuine. This is where relationships deepen, heels come off. Dresses loosen. The night slows down just enough to enjoy it. Meanwhile, the skyline of Monaco glows in the distance. A reminder where the night started, but also how far removed this moment is from the crowd below deck. Luxury reaches another level. Marble interiors, private suites, and views that feel unreal out here. There's no need to prove anything. Everyone already knows who matters, and when the engines start again, it's not for attention. It's to quietly move to the next private destination back on land. The streets tell their own story in Monaco. Supercars aren't just transportation. They're identity, status, expression as the night deepens. The sound of engines becomes part of the atmosphere. A Ferrari's sharp acceleration cuts through the air. A Lamborghini's aggressive rev turns heads instantly. A Rolls-Royce glides past, almost silent, but impossible to ignore. Each car is chosen carefully. It reflects personality, taste, and power, and often the drivers are just as striking as the machines. Women in Monaco don't sit in the passenger seat by default. Many of them drive these cars themselves with complete ease. Pulling up to a club in a matte black Lamborghini or a custom Bentley isn't unusual. It's expected. There's a confidence in the way they handle it. No hesitation. No second guessing. Valets move quickly but respectfully. They know what they're dealing with. These aren't just vehicles. Some are rare, one-of-kind builds worth millions. Crowds gather again, even at 2 a.m. Phones capture moments that will be posted, shared, and admired worldwide. But for those inside this world, it's just another night, another arrival, another departure, another reminder that in Monaco, luxury doesn't sleep. It drives from the outside. Monaco's nightlife looks like a dream. Endless luxury. Beautiful people. Cars, yachts, and champagne without limits. But there's another layer to it. Everything here is intentional. Who you know matters. How you present yourself matters. The access, the invitations, the presence. None of it is random. The rich women who dominate. The people who make Monaco one of the most exclusive playgrounds on earth. And trust me, it only gets more intense from here if Monaco has a stage. Casino Square is it. This is where everything begins. Not quietly, but with presence by night. The square transforms into a live exhibition of wealth. Supercars don't just pass through. They pause, they circle, they perform. A Bugatti might pull up next to a McLaren, while a crowd gathers without even realizing they've stopped walking. Phones come out, but the owners of these machines barely notice.